In this next section, we're going to be making a sauce that utilizes canned tomatoes. Now, as a rule of thumb, fresh is always better, but sometimes convenience dictates that we use some canned products. I always recommend that you try and buy canned products that are organic in nature, and take a minute to read the label. There are a lot of times that there's more in the can than what you think. Hallelujah Acres distributes this book on food additives. It's educational and very informational. And remember, fresh is always better. We're going to make an Italian marinara sauce that basically is tomatoes, garlic, and some Italian seasonings. Now, it's really easy to prepare, and it's a basic ingredient to a lot of Italian pasta dishes. What we're going to start with is some grapeseed oil, and we're going to saute our garlic. The grapeseed oil can handle the higher temperatures of sauteing better than your olive oil can. I'm going to put some in both, because we're going to be doing two versions here at once. Now, I've taken some garlic that I cleaned earlier, like I showed you in the beginning of the program, and I diced it up. I'm going to put some of that in both pans. Now, the garlic, we want to saute in the oil till it gets to a golden brown. And what's happening is the flavor of the garlic is being drawn into that grapeseed oil. You want to stir this so that the garlic doesn't stick to your pan, and you don't want the pan temperature too high. I'm going to adjust those flames down just a little bit, because we're doing a very mild saute. Now, you see how the garlic is starting to turn golden brown? That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Now, in this pan, I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that in a minute. In this pan, now that we have that golden brown look and it's got a little bit of a crispness to it, I'm going to add the tomato sauce. Stir that garlic and that oil in. And to that, I want to add some fresh Italian seasonings. And usually I do about a teaspoon or so. And that can depend on your individual taste. Now, the last thing I want to put in there is just like about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And that's basically for flavor. Now, this sauce should probably simmer on your stove for about 10 or 15 minutes. We just want to cook off some of that extra moisture that came in the tomato sauce so that we have a nice, thick, rich sauce. So I'm going to turn that heat back up a little bit, and we're going to let that boil down.
This on the stove is our rotini pasta, and now we're going to come over here and grab our angel hair pasta. And I'm just going to set it in our pan like this. And while I'm breaking up my linguine, that'll start to soften and we'll be able to fit the whole pasta in there. All right. And we're going to take this and just let it soften as we go. You want to read the directions on the pasta. They'll each take about 5 to 10 minutes to cook, depending on the width or of the pasta. Pasta's done.
And so are our sauces. Now, you can see the marinara has cooked down. We took about 10 or 15 minutes, and it's a nice, thick, rich sauce. And the garlic that I toasted earlier, what I've done is added about a half a cup of olive oil. I've thrown in some Italian seasonings and some basil, and that we will use in just a minute.
They both look great.
What I'm going to do with this rotini, that was made with a whole wheat pasta, is just simply put some of this marinara on the top. And if you wanted to, you could put on just a splash or a pinch of additional Italian seasonings to give it a little more flavor and also to make it look nice. I've seen you put some vegetables on that one.
I like steamed vegetables on my pasta. It gives more texture to the pasta and adds a lot more flavor to it.
Right, and obviously adds some additional nutrition. And we'll go ahead and top that one with some marinara.
Adds a little bit of color to it too.
Yeah. And that makes a really good balanced meal. And over here we have some fettuccine, I believe, or linguine, with your vegetables. And here's how we do this. We just take some of the garlic and olive oil and sprinkle it on top. And what's good about this is if you cook the garlic till it just turned brown, it gets kind of crispy, and it loses a little bit of its intensity. So that's why I use so much in this mixture.
Yeah, it looks nice and toasted.
And a great texture. And here it is on an angel hair, which is a great side dish to have with other things.
Seems like a real delicate sauce compared to the red one.
Yeah, not too overpowering. You've got a nice garlic flavor, and it's got a nice crunch to it.